Hello friends, this is Akash Misar here and welcome back to my YouTube channel, that is Mechanical Engineering Make Easy. We are moving with manufacturing in that advanced manufacturing processes. This is second lecture of advanced manufacturing processes and 34th lecture of manufacturing, and I have designed separate playlist for separate subject. If you haven't watched my other videos, then go to my channel, watch all videos, and you can join me on Telegram group also, so that you will be get all the latest notifications there. Okay, so join that. I have provided link in description box, and like, share and subscribe my channel. Okay, so without wasting any time, let's begin. In previous lecture we have completed the ultrasonic machining, and in this lecture we are going to complete the electric discharge machining. Okay, in the name itself we have to use electric supply here, and with the help of that we will do the machining process. Okay, so here we have drawn I have drawn the figure of that also. From here the power supply is coming, the plus supply is given to workpiece and minus supply is given to tool. Okay, now up till now it is clear. Then this is one bath, and in that bath the dielectric fluid is filled, and that dielectric fluid mainly or generally that fluid will be kerosene. Okay, generally means 90% that fluid will be kerosene, 10% may be chances that there will be another fluid. Okay, and in that bath and in that dielectric fluid the workpiece will be placed. Okay, and because of this what happens, the power supply here the positive and here the negative, and because of dielectric fluid there will be uh, mm, that energy will be released because of spark. Okay, here the spark will happen in this gap, as there is dielectric fluid in that gap, and the workpiece have given positive supply and tool have given the negative supply. Ultimately spark will be generated, and because of that spark the energy will be liberated, and that because of that energy liberation the workpiece the machining process will happen, and that machining process happens because of spark erosion. Okay, what is the mechanism of that machining? That is nothing but spark erosion in case of electric discharge machining. Okay, up till now all things are clear. Then we will move towards next parameters, like workpiece will act as anode. This is universal for in case of welding also, that workpiece will be anode and tool will be cathode. Okay, then energy release per spark. Okay, energy release per spark, which is denoted by E, and which is equal to half into C into Vd square. This formula is too much important. I will say definitely the question will come from this formula. Okay, so E is nothing but energy release per spark, so C is nothing but capacitance. Okay, it is capacitance, and V is discharge voltage. Okay, Vd is discharge voltage or sparking voltage. Discharge voltage, Vd is nothing but discharge voltage or sparking voltage. C is capacitance and E is energy release per spark. So note down this formula. Then we will move towards next, that is nothing but cycle time. Okay, cycle time, which is denoted by Tc, which is equal to Rc ln of Vs upon Vs minus Vd. Okay, and in all cases the discharge voltage will be less than supply voltage. Okay, so here the cycle time will equal to, cycle time means one spark is generated, after that for another spark, this is nothing but the cycle time. Okay, so that cycle time will be R, that is resistance, C is capacitance, V is supply voltage, and Vd is discharge voltage. Okay, so resistance into capacitance into natural log of supply voltage upon supply voltage minus discharge voltage, this gives us the cycle time. Okay, then we will move towards next. And what is next is nothing but average power input. Okay, average power input, which is equal to that energy released per spark upon cycle time, and which will give us the value, that is W, denoted by W. energy release per spark, which is denoted by E, and the cycle time, which is denoted by Tc. So E upon Tc will give us the average power input. Okay. Then next is MRR, that is Q, material removal rate, which is equal to 27.4 into W. Okay, which is equal to 1.54, which is raised to 1.54. 27.4 into W raised to 1.54 give us the value of Q, that is material removal rate. This is machining of steels under normal condition. Okay, and this is for machining of steels under normal condition. For another material that formula will change, but up till now we will only need the formula for steels. This is specific for steels, that is nothing but 27.4 W raised to 1.54. Then we will move towards next, that is for maximum power delivery. Okay, for maximum power delivery, that discharge voltage should equal to 0.72 of supply voltage. If we need to ensure that the maximum power delivery is taking place, then for that the discharge voltage should equal to 72% of supply voltage. Okay, this is the condition for maximum power delivery. Then we will move towards next, and that is nothing but the minimum resistance. Okay, minimum resistance, which equal to under root of L upon C. C is capacitance and L is inductance. Okay, L is inductance, C is capacitance. So ultimately the minimum resistance will equal to under root of inductance upon capacitance. So now we will move towards our bonus point, and if you have any confusion, then you can let me know in comment box so that I will clear your confusion. And if you have any suggestion also, then also you can comment me. Okay, so bonus point for today's lecture, and that bonus point is nothing but tool material. As we are going into study of electric discharge machining, so tool materials for this, that tool materials will be copper, brass, then copper tungsten alloy, then silver tungsten alloy, then graphite, etc. And as we need to supply the current here to the workpiece also and to tool also, so that all workpiece also and tool also should be conductive material. Okay, so this is one condition to use the electric discharge machining. Then next is wear ratio. Wear ratio of that tool is 0.1 to 10. Okay, means volume of tool wear upon volume of workpiece wear. Okay, volume of tool wear upon volume of workpiece wear will be 0.1 to 10. Okay, this is the formula for that. Then next is nothing but the gap between tool and workpiece that I have shown in that figure, that will be 10 to 125 micrometer. 10 to 125 micrometer, that gap between tool and workpiece. Then next is maximum MRR will be, that is nothing but Q max will equal to, that value is 5 into 10 raised to 3 mm cube per minute. Okay, so maximum material removal rate that we can reach with the help of electric discharge machining, that is nothing but 5 into 10 raised to 3 mm cube per minute. Then next is specific power consumption. Okay, specific power consumption, which is equal to 1.8 watt per mm cube per minute. Okay, 1.8 watt per mm cube per minute, this is specific power consumption. Then next and last parameter, that is nothing but L by D ratio, that up to 20 is possible. In case of ultrasonic machining, the L by D ratio was only up to 3 is possible, but now we can increase the depth, and that depth will be L by D ratio up to 20, that is possible. So ultimately we can increase the length here. Okay, these are the some advantages, disadvantages, conditions and limitations of the electric discharge machining. I consider that you have clear all the concepts and you are enjoying my sessions. Then please like, share and subscribe. If you are not enjoying, if you are not clearing these all the concepts, then let me know in comment box. And in next lecture, I will come up with the wire cut EDM process. Okay, so up till now, we will meet again. Thank you, friends.